enough to win.
Very surprised there at Modric. He didn't look over his shoulder, didn't check who was in and around him.
England 1, Croatia 0.
Harry Kane from the spot. Yes,
well, in his last World Cup game, which was the quarter-final in Qatar, he had 2 penalties. Scored the first, and of course, blazed the second over, and England went out.
No reason to panic. Of course, they'll keep playing their football.
His penalty record is very fine. 24 of his 79 England goals. He played back into his path to take his international just behind him. 80, and Musa and 68 for this MLS man. He wants a penalty. He's got a corner.
That's a goal kick. Musa was half appealing for something. It's not enough contact from Reece James. I don't think there.
Well, Bellingham came across and seemed to play. This is under the new regulation where it's a wrongly awarded corner. As VAR held and get the goal kick. They felt was justice.
Just got away from Musa. It
was a big contact of him. It was a big contact of him, wasn't it, when Bellingham?
Oh yeah.
Kane. That's a lovely ball. Madueke. Still going. Maybe going all the way. Might have been trying to get across to Gordon in the middle.
Great switch, Harry Kane out to the spot. Does everything right. Initially stays on side. As soon as he gets it, he's heading in. As soon as he gets it, he's heading in the corner of that 18-yard box. Into it, backing Gvardiol into it. Dummy at the ends. Never going in. Shot never going in. But good run.
It's a great ball carrier. He's taking it into the opposing penalty area. Another Declan Rice corner. Sooner again. Shot from Anderson. Collects the rebound. Here's Anderson. Harry Kane equals David Beckham's count. Today he's now equaled another. Count as well, which is scoring in 3 different World Cups. Three different World Cups. Only Bennick got his 86 and 90, of course.
Harry Kane here. Position he's in.
It's even deeper than a quarterback.
Too deep. Doesn't need to be going there.
To establish a little bit of possession on the ball. Modric, watching on. He's shocked by the fact that he gave away the penalty. And strangely, isn't it, to say a 40-year-old, he's not even the oldest player. He's performed in the World Cup today. That's bizarre. Cristiano Ronaldo, of course. Years older. It's given England a platform to settle into their play, and Croatia have to play game a bit.
You can't chase too early. Start really going after England. Too rapid, otherwise you can run out of gas. Just got to make sure they do it again. Like this sort of situation.
Defeated Bellingham. Here again. Just to James, who has an adventurous streak to his right back. Newcastle's goal. Pettis is one of the pair of cousins in the Croatian ranks. But it's cousin Luka is amongst the substitutes. Vuskovic.
Croatia, playing that three-piece, playing that three-piece on the left, wide left, Stanisic wide left, and Stanisic far side. Need to get that ball a little bit more, to get that ball a little bit more, to out of shape, a little bit more out of shape, to give Nico O'Reilly, to give Nico a decision to make. Does he stay or does he go and press the stay, or does he go and press the ball? It's good. This is a four forwards in here. Trade foul. Flip that one though.
Your famous faces up here. Your famous faces up here. John Terry, Aboshuka. Yeah. Great Croatian player in his day. Perisic. Still going. Goalkeeper can retire. It's one too many in the end.
Taken to his own half to sprint away, and he was back in Shutalo up there. And the first actually dummy in, he could have took the shot. Do it again. Just run out the stem.
Still not 23. There's a week or so away. He's closing in on 50 caps. This is an amazingly youthful career for England.
He's got great presence on the field. Hasn't he, Jude Bellingham? He's one of those guys that the big moment is needed. Almost believes it's going to be. Make it happen. Very important skill to have.
Rice. Anthony Gordon trying to go for a Hollywood class, really.
Actually, not a record. Could have There's a little bit too much room. That penalty at the moment. It's clearly wandered away. It's very difficult. When that puts a little more stuttering to it, Martin, it's very difficult.
But it went England's way, and Drew Bell is going their way so far as we reach the hydration break.
I like that. Up with Kande. Let's go goal.
Clear men's shampoo. Men's Scout Studio.
All day lasting. हमारे
अभी तक चल रहा है
जब गेम की टेंशन सर तक आ पहुंचे ऑर्डर फूड पैंडा Make life delicious.
Drawn extreme start. Take a fresh start. Clear men's shampoo. Men's Scout Studio.
line with its dual-frost technology, with its dual-frost technology system, independent cooling system, keeps Dalton fresh for longer. Designed for better.
But he didn't take one in the Champions League final shootout. Of course, one member of this England squad, Eze scuffed it. He's doing the talking apart from Modric to Katarina, number 16, the next
I think in these moments, Martin, it's just reminders about one or two things. Fill the players with tons of information during this. Let them get some fluid on board. Let them get some one or two little things that Zlatko Dalic have seen in the opening moments. They would just like to correct.
Under Thomas Tuchel, England only conceded in three to Senegal, one to Japan, one to Uruguay in the March friendlies. So in terms of competitive football qualifiers and this, unscathed. He does like big defenders. Come out of his selection.
Big England out there. One out, bit of a specimen.
Here's Rice. O'Reilly, we haven't really spoken about him. Has come from Manchester City youth ranks into their first team, to being well-known figure in the Premier League, scoring goals from left back, and now into a World Cup game. Remarkable rise. He's certainly kept his feet on the ground. Serving goalkeeper. Ivakovic has been back in. Dinamo Zagreb, playing elsewhere in Europe. Most of the Croatian players are foreign-based, including Vuskovic at Tottenham. Been on the bench a couple of times. I think for the Super Cup, of course, won the Europa League. Hasn't set foot on the pitch. Competitive game for Spurs. And on loan at Hamburg. Vansic. Now Modric. Perisic. Back to Gvardiol.
It's a little bit better that last. This current Croatia to play. Get Modric involved a little bit. Get into those wide guys. In the midfield. Guys wide of Stanisic and Perisic. I think Stanisic and Perisic. Really, they get those guys involved.